Hi there, it's Representative Rick Larsen, and thanks for tuning in to this week's Recap with Rick. Following the October district work period and, of course, the election being over, we're back in Washington, D.C. For votes, for meetings, and to reconnect with my colleagues and to reconnect to some future colleagues. So members-elect who start January 3rd, we're in D.C. this week to sort of learn some of the ropes so they can get started on work on January 3rd. A little bit of work taking place, though, too. Today, I chaired the Aviation Subcommittee hearing to look at challenges that people with disabilities have in air travel. This is an important topic for me. It's important that we understand the experience that people with disabilities have from being dropped off at the curb to go into the gate on the airplane and then back again. We need to ensure that the air travel experience for them is as close, if not the same air travel experience that the rest of us take for granted and get to have. Earlier this week, I supported several pieces of legislation that came to the floor. Most importantly, probably the Speak Out Act, bipartisan legislation to make workplaces safer and empower survivors of sexual harassment and victims of sexual assault, giving them the authority to share their stories safely. That bill, I believe, if not mistaken, is going to the president for signature, and so it will become law. And then there's the PAST Act, a legislation to protect horses from mistreatment and abuse and increased penalties for perpetrators. Recently, in fact, earlier this week, was the one-year anniversary of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, or the BIL. A year ago, the president signed that into law. And so far, the BIL has resulted in $3.7 billion of investment in Washington state infrastructure to create jobs, to create a cleaner and greener transportation system, and a more equitable transportation network for Washington state families. November not only marks an important infrastructure milestone for our country, but an important sporting milestone. The U.S. men's national team kicks off very soon, the next couple of days, at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. They'll kick off against Wales on Monday, and later in the week they play England, and then cap off their round-robin competition with Iran. And so wishing great luck to the U.S. men's national team, especially Mercer Island's own Jordan Morris and former University of Washington Husky Christian Roldan, both who made the team. Congrats to them. Congrats to USMNT. And one more thing before I go, happy Thanksgiving. Next week is Thanksgiving. I will take a week off from Recap with Rick, and we'll see you the week after that. But please be safe during the Thanksgiving season, and please be sure to spend some time with family and friends and have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks a lot. That's this week's weekly Recap with Rick.